Hello everyone, my name is Bhushan Vidhare, Assistant Professor from Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering Department from GH Raisoni College of Engineering. In today's session of mobile communication, I will explain you about the introduction of mobile communication, then evolution of mobile communication and the simple block diagram of mobile communication. The ability of communication with people has on the move has remarkably improved when the Marconi successfully demonstrated the radio link in which the ships in the ocean contacts with the radio link. So after that, in the wireless communication enthusiastically adopted by the people. The mobile communication is also one of the type of this wireless communication where the student where the peoples are connected with the mobile phones. Now there are some features. So why do we go for the mobile communication or wireless communication? So there are three features that are differentiate from the telephonic the wired line with the wireless line. One is the mobility, another is the easy to installation, and third one is the cost saving. Now the wireless communication or the mobile communication provides you the mobility. Now mobility in the sense, so you can use the any portable device and you can move while the conversation is in the progress. So the mobility is provided by the wireless communication or the mobile communication. Whereas in the wired communication we have a fixed line and we are dependent on that fixed line and we cannot move from one place to other place while conversation is going on. So the wireless communication can be done with the help of different medium. So wireless communication can be done with the sound, then wireless communication can be done with the optical waves, and the wireless communication can be done with the electromagnetic waves. Now the sound waves in the sound medium, so there are acoustic waves are used, but so there has some limitation because acoustic waves attenuated in the medium. So for the long distance communication we cannot use the sound waves for the communication purpose. Now we have another, that is the optical communication part. In optical fiber communication we can use it for the mobile communication, but there are some limitation in the optical communication also. So because the optical communication has very much attenuation in the medium where we cannot communicate with in the long distance areas. So but one of the advantage of the optical communication is that optical communication provides you a greater bandwidth. Greater bandwidth is the sense you can have a greater transmission and reception rate. You can have in the terabytes. So this is one of the advantage of optical communication, but we cannot use for the wireless communication or the mobile communication. The third one is the electromagnetic waves. Now these are very popular waves. So electromagnetic waves has the speciality that that can penetrate from the wall. So we can use it for the mobile communication because when we transmit the signal, we can receive that signal in the building also and from anywhere. So these are good for the mobile communication. So we can use the electromagnetic waves for the mobile communication. But there is some disadvantage in the electromagnetic waves, that so medium is the same. So with in the same medium the spectrums are very limited. The bandwidth is limited, and we are using this electromagnetic spectrum for various purposes, for various applications like Wi-Fi we are using that, for Bluetooth also we are using that, and for many other applications we are using this spectrum, that is the electromagnetic spectrum. So we need to use it efficiently. So for that we need to do the compression of the voice and data, because in mobile communication we are mainly deals with the data part, that is the data transmission and the voice transmission. So we need to compress it while transmitting and expand it while receiving. So we can do it the electromagnetic waves. So that is about the mobility. Then next part is the easy to installation. So in overnight we can install this mobile network easily as compared to the wired network, because so for in the wired network we need to lay out the wires for arranging the wired network, whereas in the mobile network if you have the transmitter, that is the base station transceiver, and the mobile equipment with the SIM card, so you can use that that network. So that is about the installation part. It is easy to install, whereas the wired in the wired communication it is difficult to installation of that part. Then third point, that the third point is cost saving. When we want to communicate with the wired network, we need to arrange the wired, long distance wired. So the cost involved in the to establish any wired communication is more than the wireless, because in the wireless communication we need only a transceiver and the mobile equipment with the SIM card, then the connection can be established. And the maintenance part of the wired network is more than the mobile network, because for maintenance of the wires that involve much cost. Now there is a now we will discuss about the evolution part. Now there are various generation in the evolution of the mobile communication. So first one is the 0th generation. Now in the 0th generation, so that in 1945, so the first mobile equipment were there. In that was not categorized officially, not categorized as a mobile, because that cannot be used, means that cannot be used from one place to the other place while conversation is going on. That is, it was not supported with the handover process. In 1970, so the Bell's Lab invented the new mobile phone or the new technique in the mobile communication, that was the handoff or handover process. With the help of handoff or handover process, so we can shift or we can move from one cell to the other cell while conversation is going on. Now the mobile communication is also called as a cellular communication, because we are dividing the different geographical areas into the different cells. So that is the hexagonal cells, we are dividing it with the different geographical area. And the second step for the evolution is the first generation step. In the first generation step, so that time we were using the frequency division multiple access. So we were using that time the analog communication, and the range of operation, the frequency range of operation that time was 800 to 900 megahertz. So after that there was a second generation. So in the second generation we were using the digital mobile techniques, or the digital techniques were introduced that time. In the second generation, so there is other techniques also invented, that is the SMS. SMS was introduced that time, and with the help of SMS, that is text message, 160 characters were limited for that, and 2 to 10 lines can be displayed on the mobile. So we can transmit that SMS in the second generation only, and the data rate that time we were using like 99 kb per second. Now in the 2.5th generation, the new technique were invented, that was GPRS. Now with the help of GPRS, this was the new technique invented in the 2.5th generation. With the help of this GPRS, we were using the internet facility with the help of this mobile or cellular network. Then in the third generation, the third generation are CDMA 2000 and IMT 2000. So with the help of CDMA 2000, so that in third generation we can use nowadays also we can use speed of around 2 Mbps and more. Now the first generation that is also introduced, nowadays we are using the third generation, whereas in the third generation we are using the speed above 100 Mbps. So this is about the evolution of the mobile. So the mobile, every stage of evolution, the new features gets added into the mobile communication, and it up to the fourth generation. Now we will see the simple block diagram of the mobile communication and how it will operate. In mobile communication, so there is a SIM card with the mobile equipment. So we call it as a mobile station. Now this SIM card, that we subscriber identity module, is connected with the mobile equipment. Now this SIM card and mobile equipment is connected with the base transceiver. Now this is the base transceiver. There are many base transceiver. Now this base transceiver form the cell. I have already explained you that each tower or each base transceiver forms a geographical area, the hexagonal part area, we call it as a cell. Now these base transceiver are connected with the BSC, base transceiver controller. There are different BSCs are there. Now these BSCs are connected with the main mobile switching center. Now there are different resources are connected with this mobile switching center. There is a HLR, home location register, VLR, visitor location register, AUC, authentication center, and EIR, equipment identity register. This MSC is connected with the public switch telephone network. Now there are different interfaces are also there in between this communication. Now this part of the mobile communication is called base station subsystem. And this is we call it as a network subsystem. So this GSM network, this mobile communication network, mainly categorized into the one is the mobile station, which includes the SIM card, mobile equipment. Another part is the base station subsystem, which include base transceiver and base station controller, and third one is the network subsystem. Now in SIM card, so this is the smart card where our all updated data is there. So we call it as a smart card because it has a memory and it can process. So if you have a SIM card with the mobile equipment, you can start receiving or transmitting the signal. Now these signals are transmitted or received by this base transceiver. Now these base transceiver are the towers that are located. We can see in the day-to-day life there are towers located at the terrace. so on terrace of the building, so that is the BTS, that is the transceiver, that means that can transmit and receive the both the way signal. Then these different BTS are connected with the BSC, that is the base station controller. Now BSC operates different cells and update the data and update the current location of the subscriber. Now this all data is provided to the mobile switching center. Now this mobile switching center is the heart of the all mobile communication system, because it performs the switching of the network, main switching of the network, whatever the handover process is there, whenever there is a call request, so that switching is provided by this mobile switching center. Now there is a home location register also. All administrative data of each subscriber is stored in this home location register. Now that is connected with the mobile switching center. Then there is a visitor location register. Every update of the location of subscriber is also stored in the visitor location register, which help them in the handover process. Means from when person is moving from one cell to the another cell, we want to shift the call from one cell to the another cell without interrupting his or her conversation. So we can do the handover process with the help of VLR. So MSC will do the handover process with the database available in the VLR. Now there is a authentication center, authentication part is also connected with the MSC. This authentication part contains the IMEI number. Each mobile has a IMEI number. Now each database is stored in this IMEI AUC part, and equipment identity register is also connected with the MSC, and these all network is connected with the public switch telephone network. So in this lecture, so we have seen the evolution part, introductory part and the basic block diagram of this mobile communication. So in next lecture, we thank you very much. In next lecture we will continue with the mobile communication next topic.